good afternoon, good evening, good morning, ladies and gentlemen, from wherever you are joining us today. This is a very special session. Why it is special, I'll tell you, because I keep saying many times that it's a special session. So you might just wonder that I keep saying the same thing again. No, I mean it, because the gentleman that I will be introducing today is, I would say, one of the classic legends in the UPVC window and door industry, coming from Hyderabad. A person who's a technical director, I would say, for Aparna Constructions, but also an innovator, a crazy man for creativity, a crazy man to want to do more. Sorry, Shekhar sir, I'm using these words, but crazy in a good way. That his mind only says, "Why can't I do this myself? And why can't I do this myself?" And I think that's the driving factor behind Aparna Group, as well as the whole family, into so many backward integration businesses that they have adopted over the last maybe 20 years. So without much ado, I'd like to introduce Mr. Chandrasekhar, T. Chandrasekhar, Technical Director, Aparna Constructions, Aparna Windows, Aparna Aluminium, Aparna Tiles, I guess all of it. Usually, Shekhar sir is a shy guy. We were able to pull him out of the shyness today and grab him out to talk about his journey with Aparna as a group, as well as how did he get into the group. And so maybe for the help of the audience, if you could enlighten us about yourself, where do you come from and how did you come around in this industry? So, welcome.
Mr. Amit, I worked with steel and ceramic industries before coming into Aparna. The chairman of Aparna Construction, Aparna Group, we were colleagues way back in 1985. While I continued working, Mr. Reddy, he ventured into doing some business on his own. He started trading of tiles.
Okay.
So after working in different companies, he told me, why don't you join Aparna Constructions? So that's how I entered in 2005 into Aparna Group. I was looking after the materials and quality for Aparna Constructions. So while buying all these materials, I realized, there were some bottlenecks in the supplies, and that's how the backward integration took off. So we first started with ready-mix concrete. There were very, very few companies those days making ready-mix concrete, and they were dictating terms, and we were not getting the supplies on time, and our construction was growing. So we couldn't rely too much on their delivery schedules. So we thought it's time for us to start our own ready-mix plant. That's how we started one ready-mix plant in 2006. And today we have 20 ready-mix plants.
Wow.
With a fleet of around 300 transit mixers, trucks, and a large number of concrete pumps. And it's become a big business.
So then I think, yes, please.
And that was our first backward integration for our own construction business. Initially, it was for our own consumption. Then we started selling it in the market. The demand was good. The quality was good. So it kept increasing, and almost every year, a couple of plants were being added. That's how we reached now 20 ready-mix plants, and more are coming.
So then the next thing to follow was Windows.
Yeah, we in one of our buildings, that was the time when, aggressively this PVC windows, UPVC windows were being promoted. So our friends Venesta, they had an office factory in Hyderabad. So for one of the buildings, we have taken the windows from them, and our quantities were also gradually increasing. So instead of depending on an outside supplier, we thought we'll make our own windows. so that we can meet all the delivery schedules. That's how we started our windows. We started with maybe about 100 windows in a month, and today I think we are doing around 10 to 12,000 windows every month. So
Well, I should appraise the audience of one important fact that probably Aparna is amongst the top 3 manufacturers of UPVC and windows in this country, I would say, and a very, very key and a very, very prominent player in the whole UPVC segment. So I have a daunting question. So once you got on with making windows with profiles that you were buying from, I guess from Comaling at the beginning time, Profine.
that's right.
So again, the next backward integration step to make your own profiles. Tell me a little bit more about that. That's an interesting one.
There was one more.
Sorry.
After we started these windows, in a couple of years, we found that our reinforcement consumption was also increasing.
Obviously.
So we have set up our own metal sections industry, roll forming. That has also slowly grown. Now today we make, in addition to UPVC window reinforcements, we also make cable trays, we make false ceiling sections, and shortly we are also starting crash barriers.
Okay.
So that is also expanding.
So you are able to hire people, deploy capital, and be able to just, and also I think the advantage with the Aparna Group is that you have in-house consumption, which helps to build the business, at least that you don't have to suffer from marketing standpoint.
Yeah.
So वहाँ से चालू हो जाता है, and then it helps to, it's a simple business case where you help yourself first and then you help others, right?
That's right.
So
Aparna Construction has helped us take off in whatever backward integration we have done.
right.
They helped in the takeoff, and subsequently, these units have grown on their own.
Tell me one thing, sir. I have a question. Like when Aparna Windows goes and tries to sell to other developers, initially when you went with your windows to other developers, how did they react? Because you are a competitor as well in the building space and one of the largest in your region.
There was initial resistance. They don't like to buy from a competitor, but after a while they all realized it's better to buy from these people because the quality is good. They can rely on the quality. If what I am using in my house is a poor quality, I can't be selling the poor quality outside. We made good windows for our own constructions. The same windows we sold to other builders. So all the builders realized, and today many of our competitors buy windows from our company.
So is your proportion of windows a 50-50? Your self-consumption and outside?
No, initially the first 6 months or first 7 months, I think it was 50-50. But today, I think it will not be more than 7-8% internal consumption.
7-8%. That's it.
That's it.
Wow. So it's essentially an Aparna brand of windows, which is selling to 10 times more than what is being consumed by the group.
That's right.
And it's been what, 10 years already, if I'm not wrong?
Yeah, we started our window factory in 2008. Now it's about 12 years.
12 years. And let's talk a little bit about the next backward integration, profiles.
The next backward integration is, yes, profiles. We were using Comaling profiles. We have learned a lot from them, and the product was also good. And after we established ourselves in the market, when our consumption started growing, we realized that if we do our own extrusion, the industry will break even. In UPVC profile manufacture, if you make a small quantity, the unit won't survive.
Correct.
You have to make a minimum of 150 tons, and only then it will be viable. So the moment we reached about 150 tons consumption, we started our own extrusion factory. Today, of course, it has crossed 400. We are doing around 430 tons. We have 4 extruders. Now we are adding one more extruder, and maybe this year we want to cross around 550 tons per month.
And now again, with your profile brand called Okiotech, you're
Yeah.
also selling this to other fabricators as well.
That's right. That is primarily in North India, where we don't make windows.
Right.
Our window, we produce here and sell in South India only.
Right.
But North, we don't sell the windows. So we thought it is appropriate to brand it differently and sell it in the North. The same profile, there is no change. What we produce, what we use here, the same profile with a different brand is sold in the North.
So what is interesting is you have competition from your own construction industry who you supply your windows to in South India to cater to competition of profile manufacturers in North India. You supply them profiles and not windows.
That's right.
So what are the next visionary backward integration steps that you might want to share with us?
Another big backward integration which we have done, we have set up a tile factory with about 300 crores investment.
Right.
In this factory started production in 2017.
I'm aware, yes.
And now it is running at 105% capacity.
Fantastic.
So we have now ordered equipment for expansion. We will be doubling the capacity by this September.
So what's the recipe for success of repeatability that first of all, one should be grateful to God that all of the ventures, many of them have succeeded very well under your and your team's capable leadership. But then there must have been a journey in the window manufacturing or the profile manufacturing where you might have maybe thought that, boss, kya kar liya maine? Maybe I didn't do the right thing, or should I do the right thing? Or did that come in the production issues, quality issues, in the whole aspect?
That's all part of the game.
It's all part of the game.
When you start a factory, there are issues. You have to solve them. Nothing comes easy.
No,
The
absolutely.
people, the teams that are stationed there, they have to work and see that the problem is solved. Ultimately, when you give your product out in the market, the quality has to be good. If your quality is good, automatically everything will grow.
So let's talk a little bit about your aluminium systems that you have, I guess, made a joint venture with a foreign company to do that business as well. Could you just give us some light on that?
Yeah, that is our latest backward integration again. For a couple of our projects, we have used aluminum windows.
Right.
And slowly the trend has been changing in the high-end constructions in Hyderabad and in Andhra Pradesh and Telangana. They've started using aluminum. So we saw an opportunity there. While the UPVC is being used by the mid-range constructions, the high-end constructions, they started using aluminum. So we thought, why not make our own aluminum? We teamed up with a company in Hong Kong. Actually, it's owned by an Australian, but their headquarters is in Hong Kong. So we formed a joint venture with them for aluminum, not just windows, but for facades also.
So how's it going? It's been about a year and a half, 2 years, I think now.
Actually, last year, I think August, September, we started making aluminum windows.
Okay.
And today we have 100+ crores orders on hand.
Awesome. And that's mostly facade work, or a mixture of
mostly, almost 70% is facade work, 30% is window work.
So it's paid off well so far, so good.
Yeah, it's doing very good. And the next backward integration, I guess, should be aluminum extrusion.
Okay. Well, of course, there are a lot of other things to be made in the building line. Aluminum extrusion still, the same concept like you talked about UPVC, 150 tons, you reach a threshold, then you set it up. So
That's
I'm
right.
sure you already know you need a 2,000 ton threshold or something to annually or something to set that up as well, right?
That's right.
So you are already aware and well prepared. So how does your mind work? Before the next one starts, the next one is already on the paper.
Necessity.
Necessity. Yeah. So are you the main think tank in this process at Aparna Group in driving necessity, forcing necessity, creating necessity sometimes?
No one individual can do this. There are a lot of people pouring out their own ideas on what we should be doing in the next year and or in the coming 2-3 years, what we should be doing. Everybody gives some ideas. We filter them, choose what is most appropriate for us. What are our limitations? Somebody cannot come and suggest a 10,000 crore industry for me. We have to see our limitations, whether we can get in. If it is within our budgets, within our plans, then we execute.
So what's the Vision 25 for the group?
For the group, keeping Aparna construction apart,
Right.
this manufacturing setup, we plan to reach around 2,500 crores in the next 4 years.
Okay, this is minus of Aparna Construction, which already does probably about 2,000-3,000 crores themselves.
Yeah. Without Aparna Constructions, only this unit which is doing all this manufacturing activities. So we are planning to touch around 2,500 crores. That's the plan.
In the next 3 to 5 years.
Yes.
So we are at about 1,000 crores right now, give or take a few.
1,000 plus.
And how many people does your division, this part employ, just for knowledge, for the people to know?
We have about 1,500, 1,600 employees.
And they are all, I guess, fairly motivated, since I know I have also been having the privilege of being Aparna's supplier partner for, I guess, as long as you have been in business, I guess. So it's been my privilege as well to have, worked with you personally, along with many members of your team, that there is a great amount of pride that I have seen with everybody who works at Aparna, which is something which is, you would like to emphasize about the Aparna culture. Do you think to just help, you're an industrialist industry company, what's the culture of Aparna Group?
Basically, as long as we respect their opinions, they become positive. When you tell them something good, they will receive it.
Right.
And if someone makes a mistake, correct them and give them an opportunity to see that the next one is better. So they found it's a comfortable place to work. That's why we have many people who have been with the company for a very, very long period.
I think that's the recipe of success for any organization, to have people who have been with them for a long time, who you can trust, and just tell them कि ये चालू करो, चलो तुम्हारे को दिया, अभी तुम्हारा काम है. You don't need very hi-fi people. I resonate with your thought process, because I've also been fortunate to have built many companies in my life with only people, and the rest.
One of my bosses used to say, average people can also do extraordinary jobs.
Absolutely.
If they have commitment.
So tell me, sir, in terms of, let's say, if I separate the bucket of, let's talk about UPVC industry, what, I mean, everybody has their own business. कोई किसी का business कहीं लेके नहीं जा सकता. What is the one message you would like to send out to the fraternity of window manufacturers, profile manufacturers, as competition, let's say? Would you like to send out a message to them through this communique?
Well, in this UPVC window business, there are very good companies, there are good companies, there are below average companies. I think this industry should not be cheating the construction industry. You have to make a good quality. There are many guys in the market who compromise on quality. This compromise will lead to ruining of this sector. Finally, people may get frustrated and go back to aluminum. When UPVC came in, they said, no, aluminum, energy consumptions and all that. And then if it is not a thermal brake system, it gains heat inside. So UPVC has advantages. Several positive points were put forth, and UPVC consumption has increased. But if the quality goes down, someday the buyers may decide not to go for UPVC. They will say, okay, let's go back to aluminum. Metal is safe. So I think my earnest request to all people who make windows, don't compromise on quality. And that will also fetch us a better price. in today's rat race, I find, I hear from our salespeople, people want for lower and lower and lower. How much? At some point, the compromise starts. When you know that at that price you cannot give good quality, they start compromising. There are many companies, who use thinner reinforcement. They don't use galvanized stuff inside the window. So that compromise should have a limit. So my only request is at least the minimum standards that are required have to be met so that the industry will survive and grow.
So this is more a ethical, moralistic, like a suggestion or a value that you're telling to the community, that they should be able to follow a qualitative path to remain sustainable, profitable, and still be there after 10 years.
If someone wants to make a quick buck and run away, they can do any compromise. But if you want to be there in the industry for a long time, you will get your money, you will get your price if you don't compromise on quality.
What would you like to send out as a message to the architectural developer community, which has been buying your products over the last 12 years, and they will be buying going forward in time as well?
Most of the big projects, creativity is coming down. More of engineering is being done in terms of lower U values, heat ingress into the building should be less to make green buildings. So they are focusing more on engineering than making creative windows and doors. Excepting in the retail segment where they ask for some creativity, but most of the places where we supply in bulk in larger quantities, it's a plain rectangle or a square, and that's it. So the focus is more on the glass to reduce the heat ingress into the building. So
you suggest to architectural fraternity to be a little bit more creative on the architecture.
They can be. See, we cannot suggest to architects. They are independent to think and design.
Correct.
It is not appropriate for us to suggest to architects. So it is up to them what they want to. But today's their focus is more on going green.
So they are looking at more functional windows rather than more aesthetical.
Correct.
Having said that, a last point and a point. We as a community, the WFM community, we are a 6-month-old initiative where we took a decision that, and I also took a decision for my group, that we want to pay back to the society, to be able to do more creative work, to be able to let people know about journeys of people like yourselves and many others in the industry. Also at the same time to help the standard improve, to help the voice of every manufacturer, a good one like yourself, to spread the right word. And business is all about profit. Whoever thinks that business is not for profit probably does not exist 5 years from before today, but business is for profit. And I think we all resonate with that. I would like to welcome you and Aparna Group to join the community on a long-term basis to make sure that you can participate with us in spreading the same word of quality to the clients, to the local industry, to the regional industry, so as to making sure that my thing, how I look at it from WFM's prospect, is you have a great product, everybody should know about it, and many should buy it. So with that, Shekhar sir, thank you very much for your valuable time. I hope I didn't take longer than we expected to. Please continue to keep smiling, which I'm missing to see for a long time. And do honor me with your night calls once in a year, maybe. I missed that.
Yeah.
And please take care of yourself. My best regards to your family in the US as well. And to Aparna ma'am and to Reddy sir and to the whole Aparna family back there. Thank you very much, sir. Namaskara. And God.
Thank you.